After decades of political bias, Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family have decided to boycott the BBC. Well, they finally had enough. And I know that some people are not really happy with the royal family these days, certain members of the royal family, but it's not about that. This is about the constitution, the crown, and the role of the BBC. Essentially, the lefty idiots at this organization have decided to create a new documentary. It's called The Princes and the Press. It's about Harry and William's relationship, and it's very biased. It's extremely questionable because guess who's behind it? This guy, Amol Rajan, who is a self-described publicly and openly a Republican against the monarchy, which is, as I said, there are some people who are just Republican. That's a fair, that's just your ideology. I don't care. You work for the BBC, Mr. Rajan. I mean, if you don't know what that means, maybe I should explain it. Essentially, the whole problem had started because they started to make this documentary. Apparently, it could be very politically biased, as the family would say, and the BBC decided not to show it to the palace before they aired it. Now, if it were a private company, like Sky News, then the family have no right to tell Sky to show the video to them or to, dictate anything. The BBC and Mr. Rajan have signed something called the BBC's Royal Charter. Now, the Royal Charter means the BBC belongs to the state. The BBC belongs to the palace, funded by the taxpayer, so essentially owned by us and answerable to the state. Now we use state regulators to do it, but the Royal Charter is there. So this guy, the BBC bosses who decided to give him the power to make this documentary, they already knew what was going to happen, but they made things even worse. Now there's a lot of issues with this. So basically, the palace have said that we're now going to boycott the BBC. Fair enough, that's good, finally. The sources have said, the palace source, that is upset about it. The households are all united in thinking that this is not fair. No one at the palace has seen it. So by the households, they mean the three households: Charles, William, and Her Majesty herself. So they're all actually united on one issue. So that's actually that's new. But the BBC have said that the two-part program will provide context for William and Harry's relationship with the media. Why are you doing this? Again, if it were a private company, I don't know, Fox News or CNBC or Sky News Australia or, anything else, Disney Channel, whatever. If they decide to do whatever they make, it's their right. They're a private company that could do whatever they want. The BBC are actually stirring the pot. We created it. It's our money, and they have to obviously answer to the state, linked to the Royal Charter, yet they are talking about William and Harry's relationship with the media. They are also giving too much airtime and platform to Harry, and that's the biggest problem that I have with this whole program. Harry and Meghan, we are already talking a lot about them. Can we stop talking about them? This is not helping. That a state-run, a nationalized TV channel is talking about to idiots who are attention seekers. Now, the palace insiders said that we will judge it when we've seen it, and the film suggests that the brothers briefed against each other to the media and all the usual stuff. The whole point is that the palace, not just Buckingham Palace, the three houses have decided to come together and boycott and cancel the BBC. So, whether you're a Republican or a monarchist, right now, we all have to come together and praise the palace and praise the crown for doing something right, because it's time to boycott the BBC. Instead, subscribe to this channel. 9 p.m. tonight, we have a special live stream about Priti Patel and migration. Definitely check that out. It's going to come soon. So subscribe to our channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.